Sabeer, whenever we think of you, we always go back to the years when started Hotmail. And we can't get away from the fact that before people knew email, they learned about Hotmail. Now it's Outlook. When you look at the current breed of entrepreneur, now that you yourself are starting a new company called Jackster, things have evolved pretty much. Where do you see the differences, if there are any, that you can pinpoint with the current crop of entrepreneurs who are looking for these opportunities, and how would you mentor them?
First of all, I think entrepreneurship still remains the same, whether it is 15 years ago or now. You've got to go through the same hoops to make your company successful. I think the only thing that has changed right now is this explosion of devices on which you can think of starting companies. Mobile is obviously taken off, and almost everybody has a data-enabled phone these days. There is more interconnectedness because of social media, and the ways of marketing your company are different today. Engaging social media is a very big portion of a company's media strategy, I should say. But other than that, the opportunities are great. I think there are more today than there ever were before, because not only do you have some of the traditional models that are being turned upside down, you've got people participation, and whether that comes in the form of creation of media, like in the case of Facebook, or even sharing your resources like your homes or your cars. I think that is just an amazing thing that has happened. It is broken down traditional industries such as hoteling, for example. Now people are renting on Airbnb, and same thing with even cars. Car share and ride share, and people are sharing each other's cars, and people are sharing each other's tools. It's unbelievable. This whole sharing economy, I think, is onto something really big.
That brings us to your current company, and tell us something about Jackster.
Yeah, so the current company is Jackster Mobile. A lot of people in this conference who've come from abroad. We travel abroad a lot as well. It turns out that there are about 1 billion people that cross international boundaries, and I'm sure whenever you've gone overseas, you've found that one of the largest expenses you incur is that of your mobile phone. Right. If you use roaming voice or data, or do text when you're in a different country, you all of a sudden are faced with a $700, $800, maybe over $1,000 bill. So this company, Jackster Mobile, addresses that segment. We alleviate the pain for 1 billion people by providing a roaming solution at low cost. So people can then start making calls in the foreign country where they are at local rates, and not just call any number domestically over there, but they can call back internationally as well. So they can call the US, or let's say I go to France or to the UK using our Jackster SIM card. All people have to do is pop this SIM card into an unlocked phone and then start making calls inexpensively wherever they are. So we hope to alleviate the pain for 1 billion people.
Absolutely, there's huge opportunity.
And it's really exciting. So we call ourselves the traveler's carrier.
Okay. So I want to bring back lastly to the entrepreneurial question again. Now that, like you said, there's an implosion of social media, there's so many opportunities for young entrepreneurs. When you look at building a company and then taking it to IPO or a safe exit, where you obviously envision early on, where do you think the rules have changed, or there are no rules at all? You just have to play the game to the best ability, because there's always this struggle. There are 100 people trying to play in the same domain, and you have a success ratio of 1% as a big hit. Is there a particular strategy you think?
No, I don't think it's strategy that determines the success or failure of a company. I think strategy helps you grow bigger from a smaller base. I think initially you just have to find a path to get your product out there, and I mean, focus on generating revenue. The difference, I think, today than that is from the companies of the .com bust years is that today companies are focused on generating revenue, no matter how they do it. You know, it's so there are no rules on how you can generate revenue, as long as you generate something. I mean, sometimes there are traditional rules, like in the case of car sharing, where you really cannot charge people because you're not a taxi service. So there is a suggested donation. So that's how they circumvent the rules. But at the same time, I think all the newer newer generation of companies are very aware of the .com bust that occurred in 1999, 2000, and I don't think that's going to get repeated. I think people are going to continue to focus on innovative ideas, but with an eye towards generating revenue.
Sabeer, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. All right. Take care.